before we get started, if you don't want to hear this, go ahead and just go and watch the video, and then come back and watch this. This kind of, it doesn't really kind of spoil something. It makes the Fortnite part of the episode make sense. So yeah, just watch the video, and then come back and watch this. You good? Okay. First off, the one chip. I had mixed emotion with the chip when I was doing that recording. It was the same day, so I didn't exactly process it properly. But the point was, I love the experience of eating the chip. The flavor of the chip wasn't really that good, and it tasted terrible. But I had mixed emotions because I loved that experience, but also hated it. So I kind of confused there. Second, the flavor of the chip. Second, the heat of the chip was not a problem. It was the consistency which was the problem. I just wanted to make that simple and to understand what I was talking during that scene. So let's jump into the actual video. Here we are. We're back. Hold on. All right. Today we're doing it. After about a month or so of waiting, the one chip challenge. I know I'm late and all that, and I've been doing a lot of other things with my life and school, but today we're doing it. The one chip challenge. So, let's go.
Okay.
It's a recording?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing this? Don't want a death sentence. Anyways, okay. So today we'll be trying the one chip challenge. At the camera is my lovely sister. And her channel's name is Wizard Wolfie. Go subscribe if you like those weird, high-pitched music.
Nightcore.
Fine, Nightcore. Thank you. Thank you, Wizard Wolfie.
Samantha.
Anyways, so and what the heck here? So we gotta open this up, of course. Kids, don't try this at home. Here we go. One chip. I think my chip broke. So anyway. Here it is. Well, actually, before I open it up, I got some. Ooh, I can throw the chip already. I got some Diet Cola, not sponsored. Diet Coke. Some sugared water and half a gallon of milk. Well, actually, 1/4 of a gallon of milk, actually. And my baby Yoda. Can't buy in stores. My mom made it. Okay, so we got the one chip. Whew, why am I doing this? There it is. The spiciest chip in the world. Whew, I can smell it. So we're ready. So here's the chip. I'm probably going to take one bite and throw the rest of it away, so let's go. Why am I doing this? Ah! Look at that. Woo! It's hot. Mmm. Woo! Oh man. Oh, that was hot. I hate spicy food. Soda helps just for a second. Ugh, no soda. Just some sugar water. Sugar water helps. It's a lot longer. Oh man, that chip was awful. Oh, I hate that chip. Oh, man. Oh, just a tiny bite hurt. Woo! Oh! Press some milk. Oh, my mouth is burning. But if you hear any pitter patter, that's my dog. Well,
My dog.
I don't. Woo! That chip was awful. Don't try the chip, it's awful. Woo! I mean, I don't like spicy food in the first place, so that's really bad, but I can feel it's burning underneath my tongue. Woo! Don't try it. Don't! It's terrible.
I'm looking at it.
Okay, my sister wants to try the chip.
Ugh, it smells terrible.
Okay, so the chip is really spicy. Like it's terribly spicy, but I hate the flavor. It's awful, but surprisingly, it's not that bad. Like I mean, like it's really hot. Like it's burning my mouth. But surprisingly, it's not terrible. Like I thought it'd be terrible, but it's actually not that bad. Considering I hate spicy food, it just leaves this bad taste in my mouth, and I feel weird.
Lift it off my finger is terrible.
Yeah, and
and it just leaves this weird aftertaste, and it's so hot. But surprisingly, I'm not like I don't really feel like I need to throw up or anything, but surprisingly, it's actually not that bad as I thought it would be. It's just the sensation of it staying in my mouth is what hurts the most. Woo! That's what hurts. So, the Diet Coke, it actually helps out for, it gives this really big punch of refreshment and then just quickly dies away. But it's really good. And then this sugared water. It packs a serious punch because I had like 1/4 cup of sugar in this cup, and then a ton of water. And it's more powerful than the Coke, and it stays longer. Milk, I don't know really. I don't know if the milk actually helps that much for me. Woo! I'm gonna cry. Okay, so my sister's just staring at me. So the Coke helps. It's actually it's sugary. It actually helps, but it only doesn't last long. Sugar water packs a big punch. If you add a lot of sugar, it actually kind of hurts more than the chip sometimes, but packs longer. You take a huge swig of milk, it'll last longer than 2 of them, and also a lot more refreshing if you use cold milk. So milk's probably better than 2 of those for me.
I love seeing you in pain.
Especially helps if you leave the milk in your mouth along with the soda. Not the sugar water, that actually really hurts. So what I'm feeling is actually just the flavor packs such a punch. I feel like I'm all over the place. I don't even know what to feel, but surprisingly, what hurts the most is actually underneath my tongue. It's burning. It's hot. It's like someone stabbing up underneath my tongue repeatedly, and I'm crying right now. And you can't even see it, but it's actually going away now. Woo! So, actually, surprisingly, the flavor I hate. I didn't even think about this, but I hated the flavor. Woo! I hated the flavor. My eyes are literally crying. I could barely see. What is that? What flavor? What does that say on top of skull? I can't even read it. So, my eyes are watering.
I don't even know.
Oh.
I can't pronounce that.
Yeah, well, whatever that is. I can't see it. Woo! So yeah, woo. Okay. So surprisingly, the chips. So like I said, surprisingly, the flavor of the chip is actually. I hated that. I didn't think it was like. The flavor of the chip was actually something I was surprised I hated. Surprisingly, I love chips generally. Like, woo! I am crying. What makes this one chip so hard is that the flavor doesn't hit immediately and leave. It stays, and it makes you cry. Oh.
Ugh.
Man,
Disgusting.
it wasn't that bad. Ugh. I'm crying right now. It is bad. Woo. So yeah. Woo. Oh boy. So the chip is definitely it was definitely spicy. Woo. I'm not taking another bite. I can't. But it took this is like how much I took of the chip. So if you guys can see it, that much the chip. So yeah. Woo! Alright, woo! It's good. Alright, you can cut hold on, not yet. Okay, one more thing. I it's like picking up that chip, all the sense of that flavoring just went back to my nose, and now I'm gonna cry again. Alright, that's good. We'll be back after I recover. Whew, you can cut it now.
First off, as we want to talk about today is, so first off, so I'm gonna be playing some Fortnite here in the background while I am talking about the chip. So what was my first thought? Well, first off, I didn't even think about this until afterwards. The flavor of the chip. I hated the flavor. The seasoning, that was, ugh. It was awful. Disgusting. So the flavor was less desirable, which was something, like I said, I didn't think about. I would hate the flavor of the chip, but I did. How hot it was. The first bite was, oh, it was disgusting. But the hot, I didn't realize how hot it would be at first, and I hated it. Admittedly, it wasn't like, if it wasn't so hot and so spicy, a little less spicy and a lot less hot, I would like it a whole lot more. So, yeah, I like the chip. It was just that sudden wave of heat and the constant of that heat, like how long it would last. That was what really killed me. Was just how long that flavor lasted. And I hated that. I'm still like spinning because of just how that was. But like I said, what really hurt was just how like it didn't really like hurt. Like the flavor wasn't that bad. It was the consistency of it, I guess was what I'm looking for the word. It was just how long that same flavor of heat lasted. That was just, I hated that. But it was good, like the chip, it's like, it didn't mind, like, I'm saying how bad it was, like the heat. My real problem with the chip was I didn't like the flavor. The flavor was like, whoa, like, oh man, I never tasted something this disgusting. But then again, I'm giving myself credit for like, I never had this kind of spice before. I'm not good with heat, which is like spicy food. I hate spicy food. I can't take a whole lot of it like the spicy chip. So, yeah. So I'm giving myself credit, I'm giving myself like, I don't have spicy food that much, so like maybe it's good to somebody else, but not to me, is what I'm thinking. So I'm kind of like giving myself, I'm giving myself the benefit of the doubt, is what I'm trying to say. So I didn't really like the flavor. But I am giving myself the benefit of the doubt that I never had the flavor before, and I'm not good with spicy food, so I'm giving myself some benefit of the doubt why I didn't like the chip. That's the same thing I got. So yeah. Like I said, so my edited all that. So sorry for like the weird rambling there. I'm just trying to think what I'm trying to say, and it's like kind of hard. So one of the things I hated most about the chip was the flavor, the consistency of the heat, like the same amount of heat over a long period of time. I hated that. That was disgusting. That was one of the worst things I've ever experienced in my life. And that's kind of surprising considering how much bad food I have. like terrible food I've had before. That's surprising. So getting a flavor of a chip that I hated that much is just surprising. So sorry for that weird rambling there again, but here's where I officially don't like the chip. The flavor of the chip was really hated. I hated the flavor of the chip. That was surprising. First thing was like, I hate this flavor, and that's so rare for me to find a chip that I hate, that I have plans to think it's good. Like, I don't like this flavor. That's rare for me. So finding a chip like that is rare for me personally. Second, it was the consistency of the heat. The same amount of heat for a long period of time was, it was agony. So, yeah, you gotta be a really good spicy food lover, which I'm not, to really love this chip. So, my problem was that it was the consistency of the heat was too much for me. And second, I'm just not. So, yeah. So my problem was just the consistency of the heat, and I didn't like the flavor of the chip, which, like I said, is surprising. Anything else to add? Well, for me personally, the chip was not bad. Like, after the first bite, which I don't remember bite typically, it wasn't that half bad. After the first bite, it wasn't surprisingly too bad. I kind of got used to the heat. I was like, not bad. But the flavor was just, ugh. So, yeah, I'm never gonna get that chip again, which was a waste of $25, $23, but a waste of $20-some. But it was really good. Like, for what I got out of it, it was worth it. It was worth paying stuff on because that was awesome. Trying a new flavor of chip out was really awesome, and I love it very much. And if you're wondering, yes, it is hard to see with this ball. So, yeah. What happened off camera? Well, pretty much off camera, all I did was just stood by a bucket. Like, seriously. All I did was I just stood by a bucket, spitting, and like, ugh. Like, surprisingly, I didn't throw up. Like, one of the most surprising things to me was I didn't throw up. Which was, I heard some people, haven't thrown up after the chip. I was better. I didn't throw up at all. Which was weird. Yeah, did I? So, yeah, I didn't throw up at all. After I ate the chip. Other than the heat, the constant heat, it wasn't bad. I spent the bucket for a little bit, but I didn't throw up, which was surprising to me. I felt like I had to throw up after drinking some sugar. like sugar is good. Like the sugar was like a good idea. It really worked to numb the pain, which like it's basically was if you hit yourself on the head, if your foot is hurting and you hit yourself on the head, you'll forget about your foot, which pretty much what the sugar was. But after you've ate the chip for a little bit, like wait 5 minutes after you ate the chip, and you try the sugar and a huge swig of it, it was just pure. It was almost worse as the chip, which is saying a lot. So yeah, if the sugar is good, have it right away. But don't have it like after you ate the chip, like a while after you ate the chip, because then it's no longer good. I had no after I ate the chip, I really had no problems afterwards. After I ate the chip, I had no real problems. It was just it was not that bad actually, which is surprising. So I didn't really have any problems after I ate the chip, and yeah, you guys know what I mean. Got it. Whoa. No, I died. I'm sorry. That's awful. Anyways, so yeah, after I ate the chip, I had no problems. What is that? Delivery boat. After I ate the chip, I had no problem. After I ate the chip, I had no problems. It was a pretty good chip. Actually, it was a terrible chip. And yeah, all in all, it was not bad, surprisingly. It wasn't bad after it wasn't bad. I had no problems after eating the chip, other than spitting for a little bit. And yeah, I don't recommend the chip for I don't recommend the chip for anyone who's not spicy, level, which is unfortunately me. And yeah, it's surprising my sister took she ate some crumbs from the chip, took some of the sauce off the chip, and she didn't have any problems with it, which is surprising. So, Now, am I going to be doing more stuff like this? No. But maybe in the future, after my channel grows a little bit, or by a little bit, I mean by a lot, but it wasn't that bad. So yeah, and one more thing, it is almost impossible to watch the screen playing Fortnite with these goggles on, so yeah. Oh, and if you're still sticking around for the end of the video, watch the end scene of me setting up for the video. It's really funny. A big shout out to not the sponsor, but a good helper, my sister. She has a channel called Wizard Wolfie, and it is an amazing channel. If you like weird, high-pitched voice singing, she'll say the name here in the bonus cut. She's a pretty good YouTube channel. She's growing. She's actually bigger than me. So if you like those weird music, go over and watch her channel. She's pretty good. And I'll see you guys next time on Abrix. Ciao.
Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do.
Okay, so hold on.
Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark.
Okay,